Do you like games? Would you like to play a game? Join me. We're going to do a manifesting game. We're going to do a couple of exercises here that could shift you into something super powerful. And if you do play the game, let's see what happens today when you shift into that which I'm going to show you that could actually change your reality, shift you, and move you toward that thing that you want to manifest. Let's get started right now. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing, awesome life. I'm going to give you the tools to manifest anything because we're going to raise the frequency of the planet, one light being at a time. We're going to play a game today. We're going to manifest, yes, because you're always manifesting. It's not like, oh, I have my regular day and then I manifest. Nope, you're thinking, you're manifesting. You're alive, you're manifesting. You're not alive as a human, you're manifesting. Why? Because that's all energy does. We're all one thing. All right, here's the game. You ready for this? So many people say, I'm having a problem manifesting that which I desire. Everything else is showing up, right? Why is everything else showing up? Because you're not putting real thought into it. You desire something, you make it happen. You're not blocking it. You have no blocks between you and that which you desire. So here's the first game, game number one. I want you to think of something that you really wanted a lot, that you got. It could be a relationship, it could be your wedding day, it could be a baby, it could be that day you were told you're pregnant, it could be that day that she said yes to your proposal. I want you to think about the most amazing, amazing day, the most exciting day in your life, and hopefully you have one. If not, pull something out. If you don't have anything too exciting, pull something out where you got excited. I don't care if it was, a box of chocolates or something. All right, so I want you to think about that situation. You can pause the video if you want to. Now, this is the most powerful thing about manifesting, and this is actually the critical key to all of it, because feelings, which is what we're going to go into, are a projection of beliefs. You cannot feel something unless you believe something. So in other words, if I said to you, by the way, you're the winner of $1 million, you would believe me, and if you and be excited. If you didn't believe me, you thought that it was a scam, you would react differently and feel differently, right? So those feelings are a direct result of the belief of what is going on out here. That's it. So it does start with your beliefs. When you believe something's really going to happen, your feelings are going to shift into that it's already happened. I have the $1 million, yay! Even though I didn't put it in your hand yet. I didn't tell you how you're going to get it or give it. I'm going to give it to you, right? Didn't matter. You knew that you won $1 million, and you knew that you'd get it today, tomorrow, maybe, who knows, maybe throughout the year and payments, who cares, right? You got the $1 million. And herein lies the feelings and the belief. It's done. It's done. Your manifestation is no different. So when you go into that feeling of excitement, you are actually recognizing and establishing that it is done and it does exist. Now that it does exist. So whatever you want to manifest, it already exists. But what's happening and why you're not manifesting it is because you don't believe it, you don't have those feelings, like you're doubting it, and you're still in lack mode. I don't have it. Right? So I had somebody say, and Landria should not charge for her courses. There's a lack mentality and a belief behind lack mentality that is not about giving. So that person that said that believes that all those musicians that I pay for all that the meditations you guys have, and for all the courses, all the tech guys that have babies at home and need to pay their bills shouldn't be paid. All of the people that are involved that create the platforms for me to use that cost thousands and thousands of dollars shouldn't be paid. That should all be free, because if I'm going to give it free, then I won't have any money to pay all these people who deserve that. It's a lack mentality. So you have to ask yourself how, by the way, the person admitted that they were broke. So they want from the world what they don't have themselves. If this is how you're thinking, then you're asking from the world that which you don't believe you have yourself. All right, so you're not willing to give. You're not willing to go into that space of abundance and I have. Right? So you think somebody else should give you or do things for you. And that's why people don't manifest. They're blaming. They're feeling like, I don't have it. Somebody should give it. They want the course. I bet you this person wants my course. You should give it for free. So this is the I don't have power mentality. This is the I don't want to give. I need others to make it happen for me. And this is why we're not manifesting that which we desire. And therefore, this person's broke, and they're probably going to remain broke for the rest of their lives because this is how they think. They're not even realizing what's going on. So when you have something, what do? You give. If you have a lot of money, you give. Well, if you're in a higher frequency, right? Let's assume you're in a higher frequency. You're on my channel, yeah, right? So I know that you're, awakening, or if not already awakened. And so you want to do the right things, or you're going to the higher thoughts, or you're working on the higher thoughts. That's going into the awakened state. And so what do? You want to give. You always want to put others first. You want to give, and you will always receive. So manifesting, we're not usually in that zone, right? Because we don't believe we have it. So if we don't have it, we don't want to give. So, I don't have enough money, so I'm going to hoard what I do have and not give, and then everybody has to take care of me. I'll bet you a lot of you on this video are thinking that way, right? You think that way. I don't have. So, all right, I want you to do this with me if you want to play the game. And that is, I want you to think of that thing that you desire, or that thing that you have received in the past that was so amazing. And I want you to go back and remember that feeling of when you actually got it, when you got the phone call, when that person said yes to your proposal, when you found out you were pregnant, when you got the car, when you picked the car up, when you realized, when you graduated. Pick some monumental place and really focus on how you felt. Really go into that space. If you can recreate that feeling, if you can play the game, you will actually trick yourself into believing it, but it is true. So a trick is just as real as a dream, as reality, as a probability. If you focus on it and you experience the feelings of that moment, it's real. I know some of you will say, no, it's not in the material world. Baloney. Quantum physics, it's real. You just haven't brought it in to the physical world that you're experiencing right now. Sit with that thing which you desire, and I want you to go through the motions of the moment when it happens and liken it to that feeling of that amazing thing that you've had before when you know it happened. And the same thing's going to happen for you right now. That wonderful person's coming in your life. And I want you to walk through and play the game with me, the imagination game, right? We're going to walk through every moment of this happening. You walk in the room and there he or she is. They're having a cocktail with a friend and they look at you and you go through this whole scenario and you give your card and they talk to you and then you have a date. And how amazing that felt. What does that feel like? Because you've probably felt that before, right? So you take those feelings from something else you have experienced and you impose it on that recreation of the thing that you desire. So you pull those feelings and it's so focused on the feelings. Because right now you know that you have done other things before and received them. So then why not believe that this can be possible too? Of course it can be. Those things happened. Right? Have you ever won anything? You're like, wow, you weren't even really expecting it. You can do that here. All right, so let's focus on that. Is it, are you with the love of your life and, you're watching TV and cuddling? Or are you getting that that promotion, and your boss comes up and they come in the office, and they're all sitting there and they pop champagne and, make something big out of it. Make it a big thing, right? Not, hey, you got the promotion, just yay, everybody's celebrating. You come home to your spouse or your dog and you say, I got the promotion. Or, you launch your own company and you go, oh, this is gonna be amazing. And you don't think about the problems along the way, because I own my own businesses, right? I get hit with challenges constantly. It's life. But I'm going after what I desire. So my feelings and my passion behind it are so strong. They're so powerful. And so I know that feeling, and I'm fueled by that feeling. I'm fueled by the end result, and I see the end result, and I know it's happened. It's pretty amazing. So I just want you to go into that space, play the imagination game. All right, we have another game we're going to play right now. And some people have had epiphanies when I said, we're all one thing, which means I know what my fingers are doing. I can talk to you and do this all day. And I know, because I'm conducting it. I'm making it happen. All right, I want you to think about let's just stick with the planet, not the universe, okay? Stick with the planet. Absolutely everything in your environment and beyond is very aware of what you think and do. Because it's you. You're it. You're one energy. I want you to imagine that every thought. By the way, my mobile app's coming out. You guys are going to love it. I have some free ones, and I got a whole boatload you can buy if you want, but you can start out with the free. It's called What Are You Manifesting? In other words, you're going to catch yourself all day and switch those thoughts, right? And you can set reminders. One in the morning that wakes you up, where you set your intentions and you decide what you want to focus on to manifest, like we do in 3 seconds to manifest anything. My video, if you haven't seen that, I'll put it up here. You can go see that. It's about catching your thoughts all day. So what I want you to do with this, and you can set alarms all day so they go off. It can be silent, vibrate, so like you be in a meeting going, ooh, what am I manifesting? And then you can listen to the audio where I actually talk you through it. So it's not just a reminder. It's like I'm going, what are you manifesting? And then I talk to you for a couple of minutes with some beautiful music, and it retrains you. You rewire your brain. Well, I want you to start doing that. So right now, what you want to do is, this is going to be fun, is when you realize that those thoughts aren't in your head. They're being heard by everything. Right? They're being heard by everything. Everything. My glasses are aware of my energy because it and me are one. It's going to sound crazy, right? Because you go, well, those are inanimate objects. No, everything's alive. It has to be. If it was created, it has to be. If it exists, it has to be. So what happens is, this was a thought at one point. There's energy in here. Everything that's in here is made up of energy. It's just in a different form. It's just a different formulation. But everything is from one energy. Okay, so Greg Braden said something, so I want you to think about this. Greg Braden said that he had this old car that he loved, and he would drive it to the airport, and go off on his events. And whoever was taking care of his place or whatever would drive his car, and they'd always have problems with it. As soon as he came home and drove his car, it would be perfect. That's how my car is. My car and I are like one, all right? It knows me. I know the car. I mean, I connect to the car. It's an energy, right? It's not thinking like us, so I don't want you to think that everything's going, oh, she looks good today. like, oh, he's happy today. No. It's not thinking. Those are humans do that. It's energy beyond our imagination. So when you realize that everything is reacting to you, have you ever noticed things start to go haywire sometimes? Because energy out there, right? Okay, think about this. Energy out there is affecting this. We're no different. So when the sun has a flare, how can the sun's flare affect everything? Because it's connected. Everything's connected. And on some level, things react depending on, what's happening out there that it's connected to. Electronics, they're on a different frequency, they're in different vibrations, so they're going to react different ways. You are electricity, right? You're a vibration, you're a frequency. So you're connected to everything, you're putting out. So everything that's just on different vibrations, frequencies, and it's all affecting each other. Your thought is absolutely communicating with everything. The tree, the refrigerator, the floor, it's all alive. I want you to imagine everything is alive. If you want to freak yourself out and really go to a super high advanced manifesting state, do this. Because you will, all day long, you'll be so focused on communicating with it, right? So when you're communicating with it, and I'm talking about things that that aren't even in your room, you're communicating with, the movie producer that's going to do your movie. I have a movie, right? The movie, I envision that. I actually envisioned my agent having lunch with my producer. I didn't know what he looked like at the time. So you envision it, you see it. And that's real. That is real. And you communicate with it. And you're thankful. And you communicate with the plant that's not doing well. I'll tell you what, I know when my plants need watering, and they're real finicky. And I know when they need water, and I look at that beautiful orchid that my friend gave me 3 years ago. It does beautifully, and whenever I look at it, I ask it, do you need water? And I think it's getting close. And then I know the exact day it needs water. I know if it wants its leaves cleaned. And I talk to it, right? Talking to plants works, right? We've known this forever. It's real, that's quantum physics. I want you to think of absolutely everything, your computer, everything. They are inanimate objects. They're not reacting and having feelings like we do. But they're still responding to energy. When you do play this game all day, think about everything. Glass, water, we've seen that, Dr. Emoto, the experiments, water responds immediately. There's no delay in anything because you're one. There can't be a delay in anything. There can't be when you are one. And they've proven this when they separated photons and they were reacting exactly at the same time to something over here. This one is reacting at the same time because they're not recognizing that they're separate. You're not separate from anything. Energy can't recognize separation because it just is. It's everything. This is blowing your mind a little bit. This is fun stuff for me. I love this. All right? Everything has individual expressions, but it's still one energy. So everything's affecting everything else. This is why it's so important for us to raise our frequency, because when you do that, you affect everything beyond the planet. We don't know what everything is. It's endless, right? Have fun with this, because what's going to happen is all day you're going to be so aware of what you do, your thoughts, you can realize they are not in your head. The entire universe hears them, knows them, is not judging them. I want you to get that out of your head too. It's not like, so that's separatism. Oh, well, it's something's judging. No, because it's you. You are the one. But you know if it's not a good thought, if it feels good or not. Right? The first one we did with the feelings. So if you know it doesn't feel good, what are you doing? What are you doing with your energy, which is everything? You're taking it down. Taking it down. So you have to go with the feelings and say, okay, if I have a thought and I'm affecting everything around me and I know that thought's not a good one, you're going to start to correct those thoughts. You're going to realize, ooh, everything heard that thought and everything's feeling sad right now because it's a sad thought. It's a negative thought. It's a judgmental thought. Everything's aware of it. This is a fact. This is quantum physics. Everything's aware of your thought. Do you know how important it is for us to raise our thoughts, our frequency? This is why the planet is in peril, because everybody's thinking like an individual. They think the thoughts are not affecting other people. All of them are. Every thought is. Yeah, play the games. 2 games, all right? Go into those feelings. Really focus on that. It's so powerful again. So it's affecting other people. So the things that you want to manifest, when you have those feelings, you know it is done, you go into that higher frequency, it's affected. So game number 2, when you realize everything's affected, you go into that higher space where absolutely every thought, you're so connected to the quantum field, you feel it. You guys feel it? You probably may feel it during this video. You feel this unbelievable, sometimes I just get hit with waves of energy. It's almost like, feels like it's knocking me down. Plants, I've had plants like boom, it comes in waves for some reason. You know, I'll just feel it. I can feel it off of people sometimes. I could just really pick up on it. Play this game, it's so much fun, and the more you do it, the more you get out of your body and you start to affect that which is out here, which will manifest that which you desire. So you have to control those thoughts. So go to the higher thoughts. Go to the, yes, I have it already. Oh my gosh, of course, why not? Why wouldn't I have it? These things you should do in more, you're all gods. You are whole. Oh no, I'm supposed to ask. Go to LandriaOnkka.com, down in the description for my courses. Yeah, you have to pay for them. Guess what? Do you know what? I'm not even going to say, I don't even need to have to explain this. Do you know I break even? Okay, this person who's like thinking I'm walking around with millions of dollars, I price those so low it barely covers my costs. Can we stop judging one another and just give? This is how we need to live our lives. Abundance will come to you no matter what. So go to LandriaOnkka.com, break through fear. If you use inspiration with Landria is a code, 25% off. So cheap, and I give it to you for a year for that. Come join me every month in a webinar, 3-hour webinars, $29.95 if you use the codes. If you're signed up to my email list, Manifest Anything, 5 steps to manifest anything. That's off of LandriaOnkka.com, and it's down in the description. You get codes. A $40 3-hour class with me goes down to $30. Doesn't get any better than that. And then you get the replay for a year. For a year. I pay to keep it on that platform. So I think I'm being pretty fair. I'm trying to give people as many tools as possible to change their lives. And so I have other courses coming out. I have my free mobile app coming out. And then go to LandriaOnkka.net. You guys are doing the internet training. God bless you, man. It's amazing. What will you do with it? Not what will it do for me? What will you do with it? This is a free workshop that explains how all this internet stuff out there, people are using online for everything. Don't you want to learn that? It's amazing. A lot of people make a lot of money on there. I'm super successful, right? I'm using it to help change people's lives, and you can do the same thing and be rewarded. Nothing wrong with being abundant. Get that out of your head. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Subscribe to my channel. Please share them. I've got to get the word out, and the only way I can do it is with your help. So blessings to you, my friends. Namaste.